The team news shows that Sutton centre-half Stuart Hemsley unluckily failed a fitness test this morning, so Vernon Pratt plays at number 5. Still, there are 9 survivors from Sutton's third-round adventure last season against Middlesbrough. As for Coventry, they field the side that beat Sheffield Wednesday 5-0 on Monday. David Bennett and Lloyd McGrath are now both back after each breaking a leg. So there are 7 survivors from the cup-winning team of 2 seasons ago, plus Keith Houchin, who is one of the subs today. The true flavour of the FA Cup. Coventry City in sky blue, who played at Wembley in front of nearly 100,000 people less than 2 years ago, playing from right to left. David Bennett on the ball for the number 7 against the team from the GM Vauxhall Conference in yellow, Sutton United. First cross in for Coventry, Sedgley's there, and it came off Golly, and Sedgley again. And once more, Nigel Golly in the way to concede the corner. Sedgley who went close. Well, that could have been the start that Sutton didn't want. There's Kilcline, and Regis nearly in there. Heavily sanded penalty area, but good playing surface here at Sutton, helped perhaps by a little overnight rain. Softened it up rather. Sutton's normal crowd here about 750. There's Rodgers and Hanlon closing in. Smith. Down the line for David Phillips. Regis. Free kick. Nigel Golly on Cyril Regis. Well, so far, Sutton have seemed most concerned when the ball has been played across their penalty area in the air. We'll see if it happens again here. Speedy is up well, and Kilcline is there, and straight at the keeper from the Coventry captain. Just been restored to the captaincy, Brian Kilcline, and he'll feel there that he might have scored. David Speedy, I think you'll see a very good jump on the far side of the area, getting up tremendously well, and Kilcline might have placed that better. Here's Mickey Stevens. And there's Dennis again. McKinnon waiting in the centre, so is Hanlon. Corner off Kilcline. First corner for Sutton United, at the heart of what's proving a good little spell for them. And we'll see Golly and Pratt go forward now. They were working on these near post corners only this morning on a little pitch over at the back of the ground. Stevens to take. And Steve Sedgley out as far as Rodgers with the header back in. McKinnon is there. And Hanlon! And Aguzovic saved it, and Dennis! So close for Sutton. Matthew Hanlon wondering how it stayed out. It's going to be a corner on the far side again, but great excitement here. Sedgley again, the defender. David Phillips breaks away for a very relieved Coventry City, while the Sutton supporters debate that goal-mouth scramble and how close their team came. Smith to Speedy. And here's Regis offside. Well, Steve Aguzovic here had some work to do. First of all, Sedgley clears the corner. The shot coming in is from Paul Rodgers. A header, in fact, back in. And then, onside, it falls for Hanlon. That's a good save. And the angle wasn't in Dennis's favour, it was a corner. And McKinnon to Stevens. And both Dennis and McKinnon here against Kilcline for the moment. This is McKinnon. 3 waiting and a corner. Well, what a good time this would be to get a goal, especially for the part-timers. Pratt and Golly in the 6-yard box waiting. And Golly, and Rains, and a goal! And they have done it! And Tony Rains The left back is the hero of Sutton, for the time being at least. Now this morning, on a bleak park pitch, just behind the ground, they were working on this corner, and how it's paid off. The man to flick it on is Golly. And Rains, the number 3, puts that header past the man on the line. Kilcline and Sutton are in front. It's the 42nd minute, and Kilcline couldn't keep it out. He only helped it in. Well, what will Coventry do about that? Now, Regis. Bennett. And away by Pratt from Speedy. It's going to be a corner to Coventry in the dying seconds of the first half here. This is Phillips to Smith. Here comes Regis, and now Kilcline. Golly's header out to McKinnon. And half-time with Sutton United leading First Division Coventry City, to the delight of their supporters. And how fitting that the goal should be scored by long-serving Tony Rains, who with his brother have played some 1,300 matches for this club. But Tony hasn't played in one perhaps quite like this against such powerful opposition. 1-0 at half-time to Sutton. One thing that is common to the level of football that Sutton play at, and indeed to the First Division where Coventry are, is the success of the near-post corner. It works again in this cup tie. So hard to defend against. Here's Smith for Coventry. In the back, Kilcline on Dennis. Rains with the free kick for Sutton. Up goes Dennis. Here's Stevens. Well, the one thing Coventry won't want to do is concede another corner after what happened in the 42nd minute. This is Bennett. And now Sedgley. And Phillips has made a run from left back, and there's danger here for Sutton United. And Phillips has put Coventry City level. After 52 minutes, the Welsh international timing his run perfectly from deep. This was a splendid run by Phillips. Look at the way he bisects those two defenders, and he gets on the end of it on his right foot, which he favours, although he's playing left back today, and he turned that comfortably past Trevor Roffey. So 7 minutes after half-time, Sedgley made the running here for Coventry, saw what was on, placed that ball perfectly in the space, and David Phillips scores. That's a good-looking ball. David Phillips again. Now Bennett has gone to the left to have a run at the other full-back, no doubt, Jones. And he seems to have outpaced him, but there was cover on from little Phil Dawson, midfield player, and he's found Lenny Dennis. That was a foul by Sedgley. Robin Jones to take the free kick for Sutton. Kilcline was stretching a bit there, and happy in the end to just get it away. Mickey Stevens takes the corners on both sides, so we could look for another good delivery from him. Here's Dawson. Oh, and driven in! And number 11, Matthew Hanlon, followed that in. And Sutton have done it again from a corner kick, bringing this little ground to life once more. And the Coventry defence was standing still. They've restored their lead, and Hanlon salutes the crowd. It was the decoy really from the corner. Coventry were expecting a direct cross. Dawson floats the ball in. It's flicked on, and Hanlon is the player who finishes it off from close in. 59 minutes gone. Good ball in by Dawson. Ogrizovic lost it, and Hanlon was there. 2-1 to Sutton. In by Rains. Oh, what a chance again here! Oh, Hanlon again. Could have been 3-1. Well, this lad's 22. He works as a master bricklayer. And he's certainly building something here for Sutton United, because he's sneaking in on the blind side of the Coventry defence, and they're not picking him up. Smith. There goes Speedy, and here comes Regis, surely! Oh! How did he miss that? I wouldn't think even he's sure. The ball delivered by Smith. It's the touch from Speedy that sets Regis up. He seemed to get away from Golly. Oh, the goalkeeper on the legs, wasn't it? Well, no corner has been given, but I just wonder if that goes down as a good save by Trevor Roffey. In the meantime, Cyril Regis has made his last contribution to this cup tie, because with that shot, he is substituted. The man who's come on to replace Regis is Keith Houchin, who tends to be a lucky mascot when it comes to the FA Cup. I wonder if he will be today. Yes, I'm sure that touched the keeper. Speedy to Sedgley. Now then, Coventry have got a break. They've got 5 players to his right. And off Golly, and they appeal for handball, but it's given the other way against David Speedy. To the mighty relief of Sutton United. And to Speedy's disbelief. I think he was penalised for a foul here on Nigel Golly, David Speedy, or did he handle it first? I think perhaps it hit Speedy's arm before it caught the number 4. 8 minutes to go. Coventry have got to take risks now. They've got to just throw players forward and risk the fact that Sutton may score again at the other end. This is Smith. It's a teasing cross. Houchin's up there, and Roffey onto the bar, and Sedgley now. Play on, and McGrath and Bennett get in each other's way. How did that stay out? Well, that was the great escape as far as Sutton were concerned, and Coventry with Barry Williams, whose nerves must have been on edge. He even took the pipe out of his mouth there, because this was the closest Coventry have been to making it 2-2. Houchin's header, keeper struggling a bit against Speedy on the bar, Sedgley post and bar, would you believe, and then McGrath in Bennett's way. All of which might suggest to you that this is going to be Sutton's day, or perhaps it'll encourage Coventry in these last 7 minutes to find a way through and rescue this potentially calamitous situation for them. The possibility of the cup holders of 2 seasons ago going out on the ground of a team not even in the Barclays League, for whom Stevens is doing a useful job here now. Good cross. Time is running out for Coventry City. 6 minutes. David Phillips. Sedgley. It needed the flick on from McGrath, and he's found Smith. Houchin's in the middle. Chance perhaps here for Coventry. Oh, not with a cross like that. Poor delivery by Smith. However, it is going to be a corner. Speedy's up there again. Kilcline waiting. Corner. Sutton have got some anxious defending to do yet, that's for sure. They've got 5 minutes to survive. Trevor Peake has now come forward. Kilcline! Oh, off the line. Robin Jones, was it? The right back? Well, I think he was standing on the right-hand post and somehow rescued his goalkeeper and his side. Kilcline got the header down. Look at the flick up from the fullback. Kilcline again with the keeper who's gone down. Peak! Houchin couldn't get there. Hearts in their mouths now for these Sutton defenders. Trevor Peak lofted it back in, but it would seem that the Sutton goal with 4 minutes left is bearing a charmed life. Houchin against Golly. Wasn't the best of touches from the number 4, and Houchin will settle for the corner. And they've survived 3 or 4 close things from corner kicks, have Sutton, and Bennett will swing this one in again, looking perhaps for Kilcline or Peak. Houchin on the 6-yard line. 3 Sutton players go for it. Sedgley, goal kick. Anxious whistles starting to echo round the ground here at Gander Green Lane as the fans savour the real possibility of a cup shot in the Surrey stockbroker belt. Forward by Stevens. Well, I wouldn't think they've had a day quite like this down here before, and they may never have another one, who knows. They won't be closer than this after the disappointment of Leeds all those years ago here, beaten 6-0 Sutton then, and the bitter pill that they had to swallow last year up at Middlesbrough after doing so well. This could be their finest hour, but can Coventry cancel it out? Here's Bennett, and they may yet. This is Houchin, and Phillips, and Smith, and wide. He knows that with only 2 minutes left, that could prove a costly miss. And Barry Williams, who quotes Shakespeare and quotes Kipling, well, tomorrow morning, if it stays like this, the papers will be quoting the Sutton manager. After the ecstasy of Wembley, John Sillett is within touching distance of being on the other end of a cup sensation. Speedy. Phillips. Bennett has got a bit of space. He hasn't now. That was Paul Rogers in the way. McKinnon couldn't control it, but Rogers could. Well, it's going to have to be last gasp stuff now if Coventry City are going to save themselves, as 8,000 supporters, most of them, of course, following the underdogs, wonder just how much more time the referee will allow after the 90 minutes is up. Robin Jones at right back concedes the corner. This could be Coventry's last chance. Peak off the line again, this time I think by Rogers. Smith wide again, sliced it. Well, Trevor Roffey in goal there has been mighty glad of the help of his own defenders on a couple of occasions when he could do nothing about it. They've scrambled a couple away from the line for him in this tremendous cup tie atmosphere. And there it is! Sutton United of the GM Vauxhall Conference have put out First Division Coventry City, winners of the FA Cup themselves less than 2 years ago. Barry Williams' finest moment. And what a moment to enjoy for the fans of this Surrey side down in the stockbroker country. They've had their moments before, but never one like this. Twice in front. The second time they were able to hold on. Both goals from corners, and Sutton United write their name all over the third round of the FA Cup in 1989, following in the footsteps of teams in the past from outside the league who put out First Division opposition. There haven't been too many, When it happens, it's headline news, and the headlines today belong to Sutton United and Barry Williams. Wonderful scenes here. Barry Williams started his programme notes with a verse of poetry today, and he may feel that there's something poetic about the way his side went out and defeated a First Division side.